One thing's for sure, no matter what kind of enthusiast you are, hot rod, budget resto mod, muscle car, or even a classic truck, we all have one thing in common, and that's upgrades. And what's the first add-on we all go for? Steering wheels. My name is Craig from Ford F100 World. Stick around to find out how to install a Grant product. More on this series of steering wheel. The wood is mahogany. It is a powder-coated flat black, and the interior button can be replaced by any maker models that you can find on their website. A few important tips while you choose which Grant steering wheel that you guys want based off of your make and model. For example, it is important to confirm and identify which steering column that you have in your car or truck. This one right here is particularly made for a F-Series, either F100 or F150, depending on the year. But this hub right here is set up for a Chevrolet. So make sure that you have identified your installation kit as well that matches with whichever column you have in your car or truck.
Be sure to disconnect your battery before installing this Grant product.
In this particular model, you get a Phillips screwdriver and remove the 2 screws behind. And then from there, remove the horn. Here you'll have a bolt. In this particular case, it'll take a 15/16 socket. In many cases, you will need to source a steering wheel puller. If you don't have one, you can buy or rent these from your local automotive store. First, you install one bolt. Install your second bolt, and by hand tighten the center bolt to line up to the center of the steering column. This particular one takes a 1/2-inch socket, and tighten until the steering wheel breaks loose. Now your steering wheel should break free. Once you test fit your steering wheel, it's then time to check the gap to ensure that the gap is not too large or is making contact with your steering column.
A hard wire, and this is actually a ground wire for the GM or any single wire system. This is how the outer terminal gets its ground. Basically just pull this out here. If you notice, this wire comes in on one side, comes around, and it ends right here. So if you cut the correct side, you don't have to cut both sides. You just get your diagonal pliers. You want to make sure you pull that out because we don't want any of that sticking out. And you're going to grab that here as best as possible, and you're just going to snip this off. You notice how the other side is just gone. Now you notice this part here. If you need to, you can push it back in a little bit. It'll go back in, and it'll stay inside. So there you see that there. So that pretty much is gone. And once again, that's for the dual wire system that you plug both wires in here so it doesn't create a short. I hope that was helpful.
During your test fit, turn your battery back on, and to make sure that the steering wheel hub or the installation kit that you ordered with your Grant steering wheel matches on your steering column. It is now time to install your bolt. Though you are installing a Grant horn on a Grant steering wheel, Grant has accommodated the large and small connectors. At this step, reconnect your battery and confirm before installation that your horn button works. It is important to note that the steering wheel that you received, if it has the hex bolts on the outside, you install the cover first and install the button second. In this case, the horn button holds down the cover. You will notice that inside here is a clip. We recommend that you put the clip down into the hole first and pinch the two together. And just like that, your Grant steering wheel is installed.